s14. I've been building it for about 3 years, and this is it. I'm gonna give you guys a full walk around and we'll go from there. It is December the 17th, and I'm gonna give you guys a full walk around of my S14. This is the beginning of my YouTube channel. I just wanted to introduce you guys to my car and myself. My name is Adam. I've been building this thing for about maybe 3 years, and with last year, or actually the beginning of this year, I had a turbo KA24 in here, and I started off the season at UDC doing the 235 comp. It did not go very well, but I tried. I made it. I had got this car 2 years prior, and the beginning of this year is when I really started doing stuff to it, getting it together, you know, because I wanted to make it out there. Had nothing but issues, kept breaking transmissions with the KA, so I just went back to plan A, which was the first drivetrain in this car, which was a VQ37 VHR out of the Infiniti G37 or the Nissan 370Z, and I just think it's a really good, reliable grassroots platform to start off with. So, you know, I've had my fair share of Infinitis, so I just decided to go with that since I know it's going to be reliable, and I know pretty much everything about them. And this is it. It's done. A year of building, 3 years of plotting. Well, actually, it's not completely done. I still have to gotta get my e-brake set up. I mean, it's mounted, but I gotta run the line and stuff, and I still need to get the dual caliper bracket and stuff for the back and calipers, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna start off by going over what today's topic is gonna be with the power steering. I had just put the regular pump back in because I have everything set up for an electronic power steering pump, which is mounted in the trunk. Let's see if I can pop this thing so I can show you guys. So this is the Volvo electronic power steering pump, but this is out of an S80, so it's a newer one, and it requires a voltage amplifier. So I probably should have got the older version, but it's alright. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take this out and wrap up my lines and put them up for right now, because I mostly just did this because I plan to go turbo within well, by the beginning of this coming up year, or no, the middle of next year, 2026, somewhere around there. And so that's why I wanted to do the electric power steering pump, so it's just out of the way in the engine bay, and also a little more weight in the rear. Pretty soon I am going to do a rear mount radiator. Not too worried about that right now. What I'm really focused on is getting more seat time, but now that the car is basically done, really just need to work on my brakes and get an alignment, and you know, we should be good from there. Start getting some seat time, and you know, like I said, the middle of this coming up here, hopefully start doing all the turbo stuff. I have some stuff mocked up on my stand engine, And yeah, I basically did a whole custom hot side, and did all my measurements on how it's gonna fit inside the car. So that's all kind of worked out. But like I said, I'm more focused on getting seat time, and that is why I am starting off my channel, because I'm about to start driving a lot more, and I want to share that. It's been a long, bumpy road. So now I'm gonna go over my setup. So this is originally a 1995 240SX S14, and I had originally bought the car off of Marketplace. It was completely bare. It had stock suspension, stock arms, pretty much stock everything. No interior, no wiring, no lights, no nothing, pretty much just a cage. It had already came with this cage, and basically I had got it and it sat in a storage yard for maybe like a couple months or so, until I actually decided I wanted to get to it and bring it home and start working on it and stuff. But at first I had started off with buying a VHR engine, because that was my first plan for this car, was to do that. And then after I decided that's what I wanted, I went and searched Marketplace, found an engine. Ended up getting everything put in and stuff, and then it sat like that for like a year and a half. And then pretty much I had a G37 at the time, and the engine blew up, so I didn't have a choice but to rob this for the engine and put it in my G37, and because that was my only car at the time, so I had to get to work somehow. And so that's what I did. Robbed the engine out of this, put it in the G37, and and then later on I ended up getting I got offered a sponsorship from a tire shop, and so it kind of pushed me, motivated me to get this thing done and stuff. And so I ended up buying another car. It had a boosted KA in it, and it turns out like everything on the motor ended up bad on the inside. It had bent rods, it had broken rings, and I had took everything out of that car to put into this car to get it ready for UDC. And so anyways, I did all that, and after I put the motor in, found out the rods were bent and rings were broken. I had gotten forged internals for it. I fully built the motor. I think I had mainly rods, CP pistons, just basically fully forged. KA, there were used parts I had got from somebody, but everything worked out, and it was a beast. It was fun. I actually kind of miss it, but it had problems. It just kept breaking the transmission. Anybody that messes with KAs knows that those transmissions are like glass. And so after that, first two events I basically were mission failure. The first event, the clutch was slipping. The second event, I had replaced the clutch with a twin disc, and that was wonderful. But I got like 12 laps that day, and they were all practice laps. And at the end of the day, my transmission broke before I could even get into competition the next day, which really sucked. But whatever, I still made it out. And ever since that day, I was like, damn, I just got rid of the KA, went back to plan A. I had bought a whole G37 manual in 2012, and I had sacrificed the whole car just to get everything put into this originally how I wanted it. And so pretty much the rest of the year 2025, I've just been focused on getting this thing done, so maybe I can make it out next year, 2026, and with the whole new powertrain. and it's coming out pretty good. I've had a few test drives just without power steering and stuff, and it really sucked with the big angle kit on it. Right now I'm running a FDF V2, I believe it's the V2 kit, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's super hard to turn with no power steering. I mean, anybody probably knows that. And so yeah, been focused on finishing up the power steering so I can actually go drive this thing. I'm running a Part Shop Max rack forward kit also, because with the VHRs and also HRs, the starters on this side, and sitting in the S chassis, it rubs the steering shaft, so that's a big issue. Honestly, I honestly was able to work past it a little bit, but not really. I'd rather just do the spend the money and get the Part Shop Max rack forward kit, because you can adjust it any way you want, and I just got that installed not that long ago. It was like a whole procedure to do that, because I had to cut up the subframe and weld everything together and put it back in, you know. And I work a full-time job, so something like that took probably like, I don't know, it took like a whole week, I think, or a week and a half, or something like that. But anyways, I had just got a handbrake. I've never really used handbrake that much drifting. It's always just been floor brake and gas and clutch with me, honestly. And so this is gonna be like my first actual real hydro. I'm gonna start using it and see what it's all about, I guess. I have not been driving that long, maybe like 5 years, and not consistently, want to say like in and out, but I mean, I can drive all right. I'm definitely learning, for sure. And I'm running Brembos in the front off of a Nissan 350Z. And as far as differential and axles, I'm running a G37 differential and G35 axles, because they fit inside the hubs of the S14. And as far as a diff goes, GK Tech sells a mount kit to where you can mount any VQ diff inside of an S14 subframe. Not a S13, no. Only the S14. So pretty much my whole drivetrain is VQ related, from the engine to the axles. JK41 transmission, or no, it's a JK40 transmission. It's an HR transmission, CD5. And it's mated to the 2012 G37S engine, and pretty much all of the wiring, except for the ECU. Well, actually the ECU too, but my ECU is tuned by Z Fever Racing, located in Tampa Bay, Florida. Actually, all I did was send it out for him to do the tune. Also, shout out to them. They do a wonderful job over there at Z Fever Racing. I highly recommend them. Professional tuning. Honestly, this thing, it eats for being what it is. Let's see, I can't get this thing off. Let's see if I can pull it off. Ooh, need some oil on that thing. Okay, there it is. So this is my ECU. Let's see, I can't really see if we can get a look at it. Okay, there it is. I actually like this mounting spot a lot because it's just right here. It's really convenient. So that's that. As far as the ECU and harnessing goes, everything is from G37S. Excuse all the background ruckus. I have neighbors. And as far as my fuel cell goes, it's just an eBay fuel cell, eBay fuel pump. I have a pressure regulator up here. I believe it's a Aeromotive. These things are wonderful, a little pricey, but I got that one for a deal from one of my buddies. Mishimoto radiator. It's honestly really simple, basic setup, but it's all the little stuff and just getting this thing solid before it goes back to the track. Because it's just a big waste of money and gas and just a whole big waste of money altogether if your car's not ready and you go out there and shit's just not fucking working out. You're having a problem here, you're having a problem there, and it's just a hassle. You come back at the end of the day and didn't even really get to have that much fun for what it costs. So I've been working my hardest on just getting everything 100% solid, or at least close to the 100%, before I spend money on taking this thing back to the track. Because trust me, I've been through it. Especially this year with this car, the few times that I've gotten it to the track, it was just the last event that I had attended to in this car for UDC earlier this year, I did have fun during practice runs. I did, but also I learned that I noticed that I need a lot more seat time. Again, my name is Adam. This is Infinite Drift Garage IDG, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.